Hi guys, I wanted to share a video with you today about my experience of being an iTalki tutor, and I wanted to share a little bit of my comments about what I feel is really important about being an iTalki tutor, and specifically for being a community tutor, which is different from being a professional teacher. And just to help you to weigh out the pros and cons if you're trying to decide if you want to become a tutor, what are the things that are really nice about iTalki, and maybe some of the things that might be drawbacks or setbacks about iTalki, maybe things that you might want to consider if you're before signing up to something like that. So starting with maybe the negative things, I would say that compared to other platforms, iTalki is super flexible. It's super flexible, which could be a strength, but at the same time, I think that could also work against your favor sometimes. And why do I say it? Only because you kind of have to make your own curriculum for your students. You can get textbooks and buy them either from online as e-files that you can share screens with your students with, or you can buy the physical copy and then ask your student to get the physical copy, or what have you, or anything that works. You can make a plan for your student that will work. And remember, on iTalki, these are one-on-one sessions. So as long as you are communicating regularly with your student about during the lesson about what they need to prepare for the next lesson, or just tell them before the lesson starts what they need to do, you'll be fine. Other than that, I can't really think of many other drawbacks to iTalki, maybe other than the fact that it's a freelance platform, and you might be competing a lot with a lot of other different tutors who are also trying to get students. So you have to vary your price. You have to make sure that the price that you set is not too expensive. You don't want to make your price more than what it should be, and you just want to make sure that the price that you set is a competitive price, basically. It really depends also as well on what type of language you're teaching. So for me, on iTalki, if you visit me, and you can look at my link for iTalki on the description box below, you can see that I teach both English and Tagalog. And my rates for both are different. I actually have a different rate for English only because the competitive price for English teaching is different from the competitive price for teaching Tagalog or teaching Filipino. So, those are things to weigh before you, start setting prices for your students, and everything. So yeah, those are the things to consider that might be more on the negative side. Now I'm going to start talking about things that are a little bit more positive, right? So on the flip side, I did mention that that iTalki is very flexible in that you can create your own curriculum, and that is actually a strength too. So on the bright side, you can actually use that to your advantage by just being super flexible with your lessons. And if your student one day decides that he or she doesn't want to do something in the textbook, then you can do your lesson kind of in an improvised manner and start talking about, I don't know, something like one specific topic regarding grammar that they'll focus on. And remember, as a tutor, you're helping these students not as a professional teacher, but almost kind of like, a tutor, or maybe even in some senses it could be like a teaching assistant, in a way that they're coming to you so that they can get help with the language. Some of the students who you might get, they could possibly be people who are studying that language for college, or they're studying it for high school and they need help, with learning English or with learning whatever language, and some of them might just be interested in practicing conversation with you because they might already know how to speak the language, and they just want to be able to talk with somebody. I personally can, say that, from my own experience during the pandemic, during the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, I used iTalki a lot to brush up on my Japanese. And so even though I didn't have a major in Japanese or anything, I actually got Genki books for me to study from. This is one of them. This is my, sorry about the brightness, this is my Genki workbook. I have another Genki workbook here, and of course the textbooks are also really helpful. I recommend those if you are interested in learning Japanese. This is the second one. Okay, but anyway, if you're interested in learning English, also consider finding a tutor who will be able to suit your needs as well. What was I saying? So flexibility. So it's really flexible. You'll be able to be really flexible with your students, and the hours and availability are to your advantage as well, because you can actually structure your lesson schedule to fit whatever schedule you might have during the day. So if you are primarily, for example, for me, in my case, I'm primarily a private music instructor, and iTalki is a part-time job for me. I can flex my schedule so that I have iTalki hours available in the morning, and whenever students want to have tutoring sessions with me in the morning, I can talk to them. And then in the afternoons, when I have actual piano lessons or voice lessons to teach, then I will focus on that. So it works both ways to your advantage. It's just really, really helpful how flexible a platform it is. You are a freelance when you are in iTalki. It is a platform for you to go on that allows you to be a tutor for the platform, which is based in Hong Kong, by the way. And you can set your hours and availability to your needs, and you can set the type of lessons that you want to teach to your needs. Not only can you do tutoring or general tutoring or conversation practice, you can even do proofreading if you want to. So there are tons of different things. I've seen English teachers who even do practice for interviews. They do role play for interviews, or they you can do a Spanish class just only for teaching Spanish diction, for teaching music. You can really be flexible with your lesson style and with what you teach, and just be yourself. That's the most important thing when you're trying to find students on iTalki and you make your introduction video. Be yourself, be happy, be fun-loving, and I'm sure that students will come to you, and you'll be able to make iTalki a regular part of your lifestyle, and I'm sure that you can have a lot of fun being an iTalki tutor. So I highly recommend checking it out if iTalki is something that you're interested in doing. I do recommend it. Check out my link below if you are interested in taking lessons from me as an iTalki tutor. I teach English again, and I teach English, and I also teach Tagalog. For English, I do conversation, proofreading, and also general tutoring, and on Tagalog, I do conversation and general tutoring. So just, let me know if you're interested, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!